Hey, what's up? This is for my cousin Luella, but if you're anybody who is struggling to know where to start at the gym, this is where you start. So stretching, waking your body up, getting in tune with your body and your muscles, making that brain body connection. So most of us spend a lot of time just hunched forward, whether we're on our phone, whether we're sitting at a computer, we just spend so much time like this, okay? And so one of the most important things that we can do is open up. So it's gonna be stretching through your chest, which we're gonna do on the stability ball right here. And then in a little bit, we'll use a resistance band to really fire up the muscles in the back side. So the back of the shoulders and the upper back to really help to lift that posture. And then we'll also work on core to also help with your posture as well. This is like your foundation of strength. This is where you want to start, is with that strong foundation of strength so that you have that platform to build on. So with the stability ball, we're gonna stretch, okay? So this is great for a morning routine. This is what I recommend for my gal Luella, okay? So we're just gonna find the curve of your back on the curve of the ball, and then you're just gonna drape yourself over it, and it should feel really good. And I'm just gonna set my timer for 1 minute, okay? And then I'm gonna open my arms out and just deep breathe. Get a nice chest stretch through the front. And then I like to rock back and forth on that ball. There's really no right or wrong. We're just stretching, allowing yourself to expand, because we do spend so much time hunched over and crouched. And so just taking that moment to expand. And you can leave the arms there, or you can try to kind of explore the space a little bit. Maybe reach them up. Feel that stretch. And maybe bring them back out to the side. Maybe bring them down low for a little bit. You might even like stretch and reach swimming arms almost. Okay, it can be as active or just as floppy tompkins as you want it to be. And that's already 1 minute. I could have been there for longer, but that's okay. We'll return, okay? Next, we're going to find a little core connection. We're gonna keep that stability ball, might as well, since we got it. One of my most favorite core exercises is just holding the legs up right here. You think belly button to spine, spine to the floor, knees right above the hips, and you just feel those core muscles switch on as you just hold it right here. You can do this without adding anything. If your knees come in too far, those lower abs are gonna switch off, and we want them to switch on. So we're gonna push those knees out above the hips or farther, but don't let your lower back lift excessively. You're gonna draw that belly button in and suction cup your lower back towards the floor. There will still be a little bit of space between your lower back and the floor, but you really feel that core connection, and that is the whole point there, okay? I'm gonna scoot a little bit. So when I do add, and that extension, you can see it. There we go. So we're connecting here. You can hold it here for 1 minute and not do anything, and that's fine. Or you can bring that ball right here, shoulders down, and you can just hold it here. Okay, you could add a leg extension. You could add an opposite arm as leg reach. Okay, once again, you're just keeping that core connection. That is our #1 goal, okay? It's not about how many reps. It's not about how far we're reaching, okay? It's about keeping that core connection really strong. Belly button to spine, spine drawing down towards the floor, minimizing that space. Okay, just feeling that connection there. That's our whole goal with this exercise, okay? Making that mind-body connection. I'm just going for 1 minute. And so it doesn't matter how many reps I do, okay? Slower is better, and that's it. Okay, and then we're gonna flip and we're gonna plank. You can do your plank in a number of ways, okay? I like traditional, nothing fancy. Elbows on the floor, elbows right under the shoulders, pull that belly in, and just hold the plank for 1 minute, okay? This is option 1. Just holding it, pulling them guts in tight, breathing and holding. But what's a different variation? If you wanted to, you could bring your forearms onto the ball for a little bit more stability. Hold it. You could try postures, one direction, the other direction. Feeling those core muscles, how they have to really spark and hold you together like glue in the middle. Okay? Or option 3, which sometimes can be difficult. Okay? Hands underneath the shoulders and just holding that plank here. Okay, so your shins are on the ball, you're pulling your guts in tight. And if you ever feel it more in your lower back, stop and reset, because you want to find that core connection like we practiced when we were laying on the floor. 3, 2, 1. Okay? So, those are our 3 basic exercises we're starting with. We're going to do that again. Okay, so we're going to drape over the ball. We're going to stretch. We're going to enjoy that morning stretch. Curve the ball on the curve of your back. Deep breathing. Okay. I like to let the arms just relax. And then if I want to, I can open them up a little higher. Stretch. Feel that stretch pulling through the armpit. And then maybe just kind of bring them out. Maybe bring them down. Maybe bring some active arm reaches. And then 3 different phases. I like to think down, side, and top corners. But of course you could swim the arms or sweep them, however you want to think about it. Spreading your wings. You can keep that rock going on the ball. Remember, all we're doing is opening up. Okay, lengthening the spine, opening up through the chest. And that's our minute right there. Okay, we're going to come into our dead bug, however you want to do it. Okay, with or without the ball is totally fine. Some days you might want to do it different than other days. I mean, just to switch up, you know, same thing, only different. So we're going to make that core connection. You can hold the ball or not. Shoulders down, knees above the hips. We're going to pull that belly in, belly button to spine, spine to the floor. Shoulders down. So you can feel your shoulder blades on your mat. You feel your lower back try to lift and arch. You just pull that sucker back down. Okay, and then if you want to add that movement, start with just a leg and feel that out. Remember, we're not in a hurry. And then you can add the opposite reach. And you want to think smooth and controlled. It's all about making that muscle connection, core connection. So you want to feel those core muscles fight. You got to put a little bit of pressure in the palm of your hand and push that ball just a little bit onto your knee to keep that stability. And that's our 1 minute right there. Okay, take your pick for your plank, however you want to do it. Okay, you can choose a different variation each day. You can do 3 different variations because we're going to do 3 rounds of this. Okay, so the main thing with your plank is that we have a nice straight line from the tip of your head to the end of your tailbone. So we don't want the butt in the air and we don't want it down. Okay, we want a straight line. So you're pulling your tummy in tight, just like we practiced, back against the floor. We're not letting our gut spew out. We're pulling that belly button to the spine. We're feeling those core muscles engage. And we're holding it tight, clenching, okay? It's like someone's gonna punch you in the gut and you're gonna, oh, we're gonna pull it in, okay? We're gonna hold it there. Breathing, holding. Okay, not going anywhere. If you want to, you can do a little forward and back. Okay, but we don't want those hips to move. And again, if you start to feel it in your lower back, tap those knees down, flatten yourself out, and then get back in, okay? It's not a lower back exercise, this is a core exercise. So you really want to feel these core muscles in your front of your core, okay? Those lower abs mostly, okay? And then we're just gonna do it again, one more round, okay? Back to your ball, back to the stretch. And then we're gonna move on to the resistance band to get some muscles fired up in the back. So, but first, we drape, we relax, we breathe, we stretch. Opening those arms up. Doing that rock. Probably cutting my head out of the frame, sorry. But I think you get the idea. Okay, just enjoy the stretch. Thinking about lengthening your spine. Opening up through your chest, so reaching your arms, sweeping them around if that feels good. Just noticing if there's any imbalances. So, you know, I have one shoulder that's a little bit more angry and sticky than the other one, and that's okay. We're just gonna kind of feel it out. There we go, that's our time. Hoo-yah. And then back to our dead bug. Whoop, whoop. There we go. Laying back. Core connection, shoulders down. Belly button to spine, spine towards the floor. Suction cupping that lower back towards the floor. Knees are right above the hips. Holding it there. Just making sure we have that connection first before we add anything. Okay, we're not in a hurry to add anything. We're not in a hurry to get reps done. We're slowing down, we're breathing, we're connecting. I think the most important thing you can do is to be present in your body when you're doing any sort of exercise or physical activity. Don't be in a rush to get it over with, okay? Be in your body. Feel how it feels. Learn to embrace and to love that feeling. The feeling of being alive, of feeling each muscle work. We're not just going through the motions. And that's my time already. Boom. Plank. Okay, 1 minute. Elbows right under those shoulders. We're not up here. Okay, and also you gotta kind of learn how to do this pelvic mobility, right? Because we don't want to be here and we don't want to be here. We want to think, where is that long flat back? And pull the tummy in, belly button to spine, okay? Breathe and hold it there. And then we don't want those shoulders to hunch, and we don't want that upper back to hunch either. So you need to think about pulling your chest through the elbows, but not letting the lower back arch. Boom. Tucking the hips, pulling that tummy in tight, and then breathing. And if your whole body starts to shake, good, that means it's working. Okay, you're making that muscle connection. You're making your body be present, okay? We're breathing. We got 3, 2, 1. Boom. Whew. All right. Warm up part 1, done. Okay, what's up? So phase 2 here, we're gonna do resistance band work to fire up the muscles of the back of the shoulders, the upper back, mid back. Start with basic mid rows. So I'm gonna grab my resistance band, make sure it's anchored somewhere sturdy, okay? I like to start from that in phase, so we can think shoulders are pulled back, then down away from the ears. We're gonna find that tension in the back, and then we're gonna stretch that puppy out, okay? I'm gonna squat down a little bit. So I got a firm anchor through my body. I'm gonna reach. It's okay if you round here because you wanna stretch. Breathe in, exhale, pull it back. We want beautiful posture right here, okay? We're gonna breathe in, we're gonna exhale, we're gonna pull it back. Breathe in, exhale, pull it back, okay? 4, we're gonna do 15, 5, and that little pause at the back, 6, keeping that core connection strong, just like we practice in our plank, 8, 9, 10, 11. Think squeeze shoulder blades together, elbows back, chest up. Squeeze and pull back. Okay, and then if you want to, a little bonus, you can add, 10 little pulses here. 4, 5, 6, not required, 7, 8, 9, 10, but sometimes fun just to throw in there. Boom. Okay, and then we're gonna do our wide rows. So same deal, we're gonna go elbows up and out, get a little stretch on that band, a little squat so we're firm in our legs. Gonna breathe, exhale, pull it back. Okay, elbows back. 2, we're thinking more upper back, back of shoulders. 3, you might have to stand a little closer to your anchor point. These ones should be harder. Okay, so a little bit closer to the anchor point here, as opposed to those mid rows. When we were farther away, we could stretch the band out a little bit more, okay? And I always lose count, so it's not like it's an exact science. I usually like somewhere around 15 reps, but my goal is usually at least 10. If you could do more than 20, you need to bump up the resistance, so get a different band, okay? And then on that last one, we hold it, and then if you want it, little pulses, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and then the last one with this resistance band is going to be rear delts, and it's little pulses pushing to the back. Okay, so we're going to stand really close. You might even need a lighter resistance band, and that's totally okay. Okay, I probably will switch to one in a minute. Okay, so we're going to get really close. Wrist strong and straight, and then take a step back. It's super small. We're just gonna squeeze those shoulder blades together, push those pinkies to the back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Give it a little pause, and then we're gonna do 10 more, okay? So I'm gonna get really close again. Stretch that puppy out, capital T. Then take that step back, and then squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoo, buddy. Okay, so that's round 1. Give it a little stretch. If we want to throw in some legs, we can do that right here before we repeat if you need a little bit more of a break. So we're going to put the curve of the ball on the curve of the back. We're going to walk it out, lean against the ball, roll down. You should be able to see 90 degrees in your knees. That's your stopping point. Digging those heels in, rising up. We never straighten the legs all the way out, okay? We want to be nice to those knees. And we make sure we have good alignment. Knees are in line with the middle of those toes. We're not caving in. We're not flaring out excessively. We just roll down, find that 90 degrees, rise. Okay, at least 10. Usually my goal is about 20. Kind of get the legs fired up. And yeah, you could go lower. That would be fine. And your butt kind of curves under the ball a little bit. So you're thinking nice and straight up. Okay, but you don't have to. If you want to be nice to your knees, just go to that 90-degree point. It's okay. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. I think we're ready to get back to that upper body work. So let's rotate. We're going back at it again, mid rows. Okay, so we're gonna pull the shoulders down. We're gonna stretch that puppy out. We're gonna reach. We're gonna pull back and hold at least 2 seconds. 1, 2. Breathe in, exhale, pull back. 1, 2. Pull back. 1, 2. And we always breathe in and then exhale on the contraction on the pull. So we're gonna go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, back and hold, little fun ones, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little breather, and then we're going palms down, elbows out, squeeze right here, step it back, feel that resistance. You control that resistance band. You don't let it slingshot you. 2, 3, 4. So we have that nice strong core connection. That's why I start with those. And do lots of planks, because anytime you're standing and you're lifting weights or you're using a resistance band, it's like you're doing a plank standing up, okay? That core connection is never gonna leave. That is your foundation for strength. Okay, and then the last one, we're gonna hold it, and we're gonna pulse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, rear delt tees. Oh buddy. Here's where I probably would like a smaller resistance band, but I'm just gonna tough it out. Okay, capital T. Now we don't wanna strain the wrist, okay? Just wanna keep it straight, shoulders back and down. I'm not gonna hunch, okay? Shoulders down. Then take that step away, little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breather, 10 more. Step close. Shoulders down, wrist strong and straight. Take a step back, pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, buddy. All right, now we're gonna do hamstring curls for a little leg spark break. Agility ball. It's my favorite for hamstrings. Okay. So the back of your ankles are on the ball, arms are out. You're gonna squeeze your butt and lift. Make sure you got some stability. We're not falling off the ball, okay? We've got control of it. Then we're gonna dig in and we're gonna roll. 1, 2, in, control it out to straight legs. 3, 4, 5. Then squeeze your butt and pull it in. Our goal is going to be to do 20. And if you can't do 20 in a row, that's okay. Take a pause. Maybe do 2 sets of 10, okay? And also right now, I'm probably going to lose count. So we're just going to kind of go until I don't want to do no more. Let's do like 7, I don't even know. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feeling awesome yet? My regular one. Start with my regular one, my regular rows. Okay. Bringing it in, finding that tension there. Get a nice stretch on it. Breathe in, exhale, pull it back. 1, 2, and then go. Breathe, exhale, pull back. 1, 2. Okay, core connection strong. Getting that pause at the back so your muscles can grab it, hold it. Grab it, hold it. Grab it, hold it. It's fine to stretch it and then pull it back. Let's just go for 5, 4, 3, 2, back and hold, little pulses, 10, just for fun, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, wide rows. I'm gonna grab it, shoulders back, elbows high and wide, stretch it, solid foundation. Breathe, exhale, pull back, hold it, 1, 2, hold it, 1, 2, 3, 4, thinking upper back, back of shoulders, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, last one, hold it, little pulses, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here's where I want my little one for my capital T's. So the last 2 sets, I just went out. I didn't stress about where my arms were. Okay, I just thought wrist strong and straight, squeeze the shoulder blades, pull it back, which is great. But if you want a variation, you can go up, side, down, middle, up, middle, down. So it's like 3 staggering points, and you just do as many as you can until your arms are like, and your shoulders are like, no! And then we reset, and we just do it again. So right out the sides, up a tiny, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. And whichever one you feel like is your weak spot, you can hang out there for a little bit. That's cool. Oh, geez. Okay, and then we're gonna finish off that posterior chain with 1 more plank, okay? So now, this is gonna be more of a shoulder buzzing plank. So we may be able to get that 1 minute, we might not. And you know what, every day is probably gonna be a different story. So take a break when you need it, but let the time add up to being 1 minute, okay? So you might do 2 sets of 30 seconds. You might do 3 sets of 20 seconds. Like whatever you gotta do, make it for that at least 1 minute, okay? So I'm just gonna set my timer and we're just gonna go for it right here. Okay, so we're starting off, can you see me? I can't see me, okay, I think we're okay. Okay, we're starting off, elbows right under shoulders, tucking those hips under just the same, but this time we're thinking more about the shoulder stability. We're feeling those muscles in the upper back and the back of the shoulders, but we're also pulling those core muscles in tight, same as we did before. Okay, and just like before, if you feel it in your lower back, stop your timer, reset, and then reset that timer. That's 30 seconds, okay? If you need to pause, pause, and then do another 30. Okay, just get that 1 more minute. Now that we have a little bit more of that posterior chain fired up, and just feel how those shoulders gotta hold and support you. And be proud of that. Be proud of those muscles working for you. 3, 2, 1, time. And now you should be sufficiently sweaty. But I have a couple more leg exercises that I want to go over. Not that you have to do every day as part of this daily routine, but something you can throw in there if you want to. All right, if you are just starting out at the gym and you want to know where to start, it's going to start with your foundation, your core, and then nailing the basic movement patterns, okay? So core, which we already discussed, and planks is going to be my number 1 recommendation. And then you want to nail the movement patterns that you're gonna use every single day: squats and deadlifts. Those are basic things. Everybody has to sit down and stand up multiple times a day. You should be able to do that with your own body weight multiple times a day, hundreds of times a day if you had to. It's your own body weight. You should be able to lift your own body weight every single day. So squats with your own body weight every day, fine, great, do it. Nail it. And then once you got it, advance, adding weight in some way. And then as you're adding more and more weight and you're challenging your body in a different way, that's when you're gonna need that rest time on the in-between days. But if you're doing body weight only, you should be able to do that every day because you are lifting your body every single day in your everyday life. So we're gonna do squats and then hamstring curls to fire up the muscles in the backside of your legs, and then practice that deadlift movement pattern. And once you nail that, golden, okay? And you can advance and adding weight in some way. So squats, basic squat that I recommend for beginners is using that stability ball. We did them earlier if you were watching earlier. Okay, so curve of the ball on the curve of your back, walk your feet out. When you come down, it's like a wall sit. So 90 degrees at least, right there. You could go a little bit lower if you want. If you have knee problems, maybe no, okay, probably not. But you wanna make sure your knees stay behind your toes. And we're not locking the joints out. We're squatting down, we're pushing through the heels, we're rising up, we're feeling the quads, we're breathing, we're up tall, okay? We're relying on our legs to push us down and up off that wall. Okay, you could do these every single day because once again, it's your own body weight. So nailing that. Okay, and then once you got that, you can advance to just air squats. Okay, tap your butt on it. But making sure that the knees stay behind the toes. Okay, so you might come down and hold it. Make sure that the knees are here and not here. Okay, and then we want to work on hamstrings. So we're going to grab that ball again. Okay, firing up the hamstring. So that's the goal of these hamstring curls, is to connect, to make that brain muscle connection. Squeeze your butt and then curl. Heels to your butt, making that connection into the back of your legs. Okay, that was 10, at least 10. 10 to 20 is my recommendation. Work your way up to 20. And then we're gonna work on deadlifts. Okay, so we want your back long and straight. Okay, so feet planted about hip width apart, shoulders are back and down. We're not sticking the butt out, we're tucking those hips under like we're doing a standing plank. Knees are soft, we're hinging at the hips. And then you're gonna feel that stretch in the back of the legs, squeeze your butt to stand up, okay? And just holding onto that resistance band. If you're new, it's just gonna help you to remember to keep the shoulders back. Okay, I can do it like this, but a lot of times we get in this habit, right? Because we're so tight in the front and we're so used to living our lives like this. Okay, so if I have those handles, this is just like for practice. This is for just nailing that movement pattern. Okay, a little bit of tension on, it doesn't have to be a lot, just to hold my arms back so that I don't collapse. Okay, wrong. Okay, correct. Okay, hinging at your hips. Take your time going down, feel that stretch in the back of the legs, and squeeze your butt to stand up. You want to feel that connection in the back side of your legs, your glutes and your hamstrings. So back, body, back legs. Okay, that's why I like to start with the hamstring curls, because that will switch those hamstrings on. So it'll be easier for you to feel them when you're here. okay? And those are the muscles we want to use when we're doing a deadlift. And then once you're successful with this basic movement pattern, then you can add weights. You can add dumbbells. You could add a barbell, okay? But just practicing that basic movement pattern, if that's something that's challenging for you, practice it every day until it becomes second nature, okay? And then use it in your everyday life. So when you bend down to pick something up, what are you gonna do? Oh, let me get that. Oh, let me try a single leg deadlift. Oh, let me pick that up. Oh, let me pick that up. You know what? This is how we move without causing ourselves injury, okay? So great things to practice. Planks, squats, deadlifts, and then of course some muscles to fire up the back body, upper back and back of shoulders, a little bit more mid-back, so that we can stand tall and proud and not just be like a schlump that's like, I don't understand why I can't look better. Well, because you need to treat yourself with respect and make that brain muscle connection and be proud of what you can do. And don't be scared. You got this.